All right, so the first question is by @Megan Mooney MSW from Twitter. Her question is, what do you perceive to be the worst end-of-life problem right now?
Are you
Chris, it's on
you. Well, in my mind, the worst problem is that death is inevitable. Humans have a 100% mortality rate, and people aren't talking about end-of-life issues because they're so nervous about the topic. And when you don't talk about what's going to happen to your body when you die, you leave your relatives, your loved ones, in a heap of trouble, wondering what to do, what would you have wanted, and where is all the information we need. So I think that's the most pressing problem that we face today in regard to not funeral planning.
I completely concur, but there are a multitude of end-of-life problems or challenges, issues, in addition to the fact that people live in disbelief that they're actually going to die. They're aware that that's out there, but that's something that happens to other people, generally. You have a growing situation with men and women that are caring for elderly parents. They're home caregivers, which creates a great deal of stress because of the issues that involves. They're also trying to raise their own family and all the other things we take care of in life, as well as this second full-time job, basically. There's, the whole issue of death with dignity, assisted dying. Should we enable that, make it, more commonplace or not? I mean, these are huge issues, of course. From my perspective, I agree with Gail that the challenge I face in my role is how do I get people who don't want to talk about death to have a single conversation so that when they do die, their immediate spouse, partner, family member, child, whatever, at least has some inkling of how they want their services and disposition to be performed. There's a number of issues.
And for our viewers who, might not be familiar with this end-of-life type term, it really has to do with a whole bracket of things like you all discussed. So it's from when you become elderly, it's about hospice care. It's also funeral arrangements. It's really a whole slew of, that's what end of life, it's like a very large bracket. So there's so many topics within it, really, just to clear that up.